We are now.
I'll sit right there, Mom.
Hey, would you just check the screen to make sure it's framed up? Because that is a eternal problem. Or
are you going to be standing or sitting?
I'm going to be standing. Do we need to back up the table? You're fine how you are. Basically,
now you're not fine. Be where you were going to be.
This is what I would be in, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
But I also want to show the tabletop too. We can move the
I understand.
table back.
I'm probably going to have to do that.
Okay. So that one or this one?
That one.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa.
You okay?
All right, you're definitely good now.
Oh, good. Hopefully they can hear me. I shouldn't be too much of a problem though. Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to our outside tie-dye Chillstream. The weather here in Southeast Louisiana is beautiful. Blue skies, very comfortable. So today we're going to be trying out two different tie-dye kits. We have the Create Basics kit, which has 10 different bottles of dye. And we also have the BU tie-dye kit from Five Below, was $3.25 and has 3 bottles of dye. Both kits have some rubber bands, so hopefully we won't need more because I was not able to locate more. But should we need more? What?
We could have picked them up at Dollar
No, it's okay. We have them somewhere. Should we need more, we can always go shibori style and tie some knots. So today we are joined by my mom, my aunt, my younger brother, and Bowie. Although I don't know how much help Bowie will be. He sure is enjoying the beautiful sunshine today. And we have a variety of items that we're going to be dyeing. And these items have already been washed and they are fresh from the washing machine, so they're still wet. Supposedly that helps get tie-dye to take. We also have a bottle of clean water. It says distilled on it. I just filled it from my filter.
We also made sure that the things that have been washed were all 100% cotton.
That's right. That's really important.
And they were not synthetic or partially synthetic.
Yeah, you could do linen. You could do twill.
Maybe
you
silk.
could do silk. I know people dye silk all the time.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but if you want to, you could do hemp. You can do a fiber mix like cotton and linen, but you don't want to work with synthetics because synthetics tend to resist the dye.
Right.
So we're gonna start with the basics, Create Basics kit. I believe I paid about $20 for this at Walmart. And like I said, it comes with 10 no mess squeeze bottles containing dye. And right now it's just powder dye. It comes with 6 protective gloves, so 3 pairs of gloves, 30 rubber bands, and an instruction sheet.
And is there anything that we should know about, like care or anything like that we need to know? Like for example, you said they need to be dried.
That's right.
Out.
Yeah.
So you have to have some place to hang them out,
so
maybe outside.
What this recommends is we wrap in plastic. So I also have some plastic bags, and then let sit for 6 to 8 hours and then rinse.
Shadow Pewter says they love doing tie-dye and hay.
Yeah, hey. Well, hopefully Joseph and I did tie-dye back like a class in Nashville, and hopefully this is easier than that.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is what?
Go ahead and
start
open
liquefying the dye.
Yeah, our dyes.
Which dye works well too? Do you have like a funnel or anything like that?
Do we have a funnel?
Or something we could use as a funnel?
Not really. I'm sure we have something funnel-like.
Yeah. That would make it, because this is a wide mouth.
Bowie wants to be on the tabletop.
That's going into a small mouth bottle.
Yeah.
Maybe a little pitcher.
We could put it in a smaller container. Devin, can you finish getting all these bottles out and lay them out on the table? I'm going to go get a smaller container.
Hi guys.
Featherstone looks sunny over there.
It is sunny. It's really nice outside today. I'm grateful for it.
Why don't you spread them out so that you can see the colors? There you go, instead of them being in front of each other.
Oh,
While
I'm playing
she's
bowling
looking for
now.
something to help put the water in the bottles, does it say somewhere on the package how much water we're going to add to these?
This is a ball filled to the neck.
Okay, so that would be up to here
Yeah.
at the top, I
Need some
guess.
help, Bo?
Did she want you to also open this other pack?
I don't know. I accidentally got a clothesline Bo.
Can you untangle them, Devin? Thank you. Someone on the board?
Go bring his leash up on the porch. No, he
Okay.
wants under the porch.
No, don't let him under the porch.
Yeah, you need a little help from you.
Why? What do you need me to do?
He was asking if he wanted to go on the porch
Ah,
with
he's just
Joseph.
smelling. Okay, I
Did
found.
you want him to open the other bottles?
Yeah, I can do it. I found an inexpensive
Okay.
plastic cup that you can
Okay.
kind of.
And while you were looking for this, I had Devin read the directions to find out
Yes.
how much water we needed to
Yes.
put in these bottles.
And I think you're supposed to fill it up all the way.
To the
right?
neck, he said. You have to leave some air so that it'll mix
Yeah.
when you shake it.
And I got a garbage bag so we could put our wet stuff on.
Heather said we could use a plastic bag as a funnel, just at the corner.
That is true.
That's true. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
That is true.
That's a good point.
Shadow said they heard Bowie go around,
Yeah.
which is Devin, of course.
What is this for?
But he was just stopping him from going under the porch.
I'm gonna put some of our wet stuff on this so
Okay.
it doesn't get dirty. I couldn't find a tablecloth real quick, so.
And Shadow says he's gonna have to go in a minute because he's going to karate.
Oh, have fun! So we've got a variety of 100% cotton items. Oh, Bo, you want to be a star, huh?
He's in half the camp.
I'm gonna move it in a sec.
There you go.
Unless you're about to be all the cam.
And it's that side too, huh?
Charming.
Yeah, so this was, this is a scarf.
Yes. And Feather, that's totally cool. I'm glad we can provide you some company while you're working. Yeah, a scarf. Here's just a length of cotton.
Right.
And it wasn't frayed when we put it in. It did fray, so if you're washing something that hasn't been sewn or hemmed, you want to keep that in mind.
And what are we gonna do with these? Like, what was the plan? We were gonna make what out of this?
Masks, maybe?
masks. Yeah.
Yeah. We have handkerchiefs, like men's white handkerchiefs. And I say men's because they're sold in the men's section.
Right. Well, they're also not. There's no flowers on them. It's,
A plain paisley white handkerchief for dyeing. Many, many, many t-shirts. Aprons, like cooking aprons.
or work aprons.
Or work aprons, that's true. Or work aprons. I'm gonna keep some of these in the bag, I guess,
Yeah,
because I don't
keep
want
them
them to
wet.
dry out too much.
There's also another bandana here that's totally white.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start filling our.
Let me start with these.
Paulo says, hey,
Hey, good afternoon.
you?
Paulo.
Did you want me to stop the window?
Oh, you want to shake these?
Is it bothering them?
I have no idea.
Here.
So these bottles, the Five Below bottles, are
Look like the
pretty
same kind of
similar
bottle.
to the You Create bottles.
Might
It
be
might
the
be
same
the same
company.
company.
It might be. They came with four gloves, so we're gonna have
Shake
6
it hard.
pairs total, and it came with 10 rubber bands.
Am I gonna get this on my shoes? Because if I am, I'll take
Well,
my
I don't know
shoes.
how sloppy you're going to be
Let's just be
like
careful.
this.
Any
Well, it
excuse.
settles at the bottom. Yeah, that's why you shake it really
Let's just
good.
be careful just in case. Take off my shoes and socks.
Need a centrifuge or something for this.
Well, for sure you have to, that's to the top. Got away from me. Yeah, that's a little bit, not to force it,
Little full.
Yeah. Back and forth. Look, like this.
Yeah, okay,
So it goes from the top to the bottom.
yeah.
Now, Devin, you said you read the instructions.
Some
So
Yeah.
let me take a look at them. Okay.
It's just built to the neck.
There's no perfect way to tie dye.
If you use Ritz, you use hot water. It didn't say hot water.
No, but for Ritz dye, you do. I used it.
Well, I know, but this is not Ritz dye.
Okay, so for this, it suggests natural fiber fabric in a light color, plastic trash bags to cover work surface. I'm working on a tabletop that if I stain it, I don't really mind. Plastic bag or plastic wrap. Got plastic wrap bags over here. Paper towels, which I don't have, and I do have scissors. So they suggest you protect your work surface with plastic trash bags and cover with a layer of paper towels, which if I wasn't working on a plastic tabletop, I would do that. Pre-wash our fabric to remove sizing. Don't use fabric softener or a dryer sheet. Choose desired technique. If using dry technique, okay. So we're gonna be using the wet technique because these are straight from the washer. If using a flat method of dyeing, place plastic wrap or trash bag between layers of fabric to keep dye from seeping through other side.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
do
Yeah, we gotta fill in now.
Almost
I can fill them.
Almost like he's trying to ink his drawing, but he might have put too much detail in his sketch. I think he's running into some problems with it.
Wearing protective gloves, so we should be wearing the gloves right now, which makes sense because these are pretty staining dyes. You want to take a second and put on some gloves?
that. Sure.
Getting that one started. And this one.
Boy, I can get a lot of leaves out here.
I know. You want to rake them?
You're right. Sometimes you can do that today. Maybe $1 per bag.
Okay, so these did come with protective gloves. And also, I don't know if they're going to mention this, you want to wear clothes that if you get dye on them, that's okay, because that is a potential. All right, so use fill to the neck. Replace cap tightly. Shake until dye is dissolved. Use full strength for intense colors. For a lighter shade of color, add more water using extra bottle. I don't think they included an extra bottle if needed. Apply dye within 24 hours of mixing. So once you've mixed these up, you gotta use them. And fortunately, we figured that was the case, so we have lots of stuff to dye. So step 5, dye fabric. Apply dye on fabric, checking to make sure dye has penetrated into the hold. Do not oversaturate fabric. If dye is applied too close together, the colors may become muddy. Wrap, let set, and rinse. Cover dyed fabric with plastic wrap to keep damp. So we're not using plastic wrap, we're going to recycle, we're using plastic bags. Let set for 6 to 8 hours or longer for most intense colors. Rinse until water is clear. Cut rubber bands if used. Fill washer with hottest water suitable for fabric and a small amount of laundry soap. Wash and dry separately for the first few times. Their hints are always wear gloves when working with dyes. Do not allow dyed fabric to rest wet on other items because the dye will transfer. Make sure excess dye dust is removed from work area. Create new colors by blending dyes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, she wants to get upset.
And then on the back, they have a few different techniques: swirl, crumple, and bullseye.
She said, I guess the tips or something, I don't know. I said, no, she gets nothing from the company.
Yeah, that's true. And that's with Rochaine.
Well, that's how Consumer Reports used to do it too. That means that there's no prejudice.
Okay.
That is true. So my family's talking about these kits. A family friend called and asked if I get paid to do these, and
Or if they pay,
if the
or
companies
you
pay
sell
me.
this stuff.
No affiliation with these companies. They don't know I exist. Even when I tag them on Instagram, they don't know I exist. Everything is
Too
purchased
bad.
out of pocket or she buys it, or Joseph buys it, or we
I
buy
buy
it, or
it.
Devin buys it, or we get it at Goodwill, you know, or a friend might donate it because they, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, I'm gonna have to refill this. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
collaboration with these companies. I would be open to that, but it does
But
allow
yeah.
us to give a fair review of the products.
That's right. Because there's no,
That's right.
there's
we paid
no
for it.
Bias.
No
bias. There's no feeling that you owe them a good review.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because they paid for it.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
Which in some ways limits us to the less expensive kits for the time being, because it helps keep the cost down. But I've been having a lot of fun with the less expensive kits. It's really cool to see what you can do
on a
on
budget.
a smaller budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just how much you can do with some of these. Like the Five Below kit already includes the basics of what the larger, more expensive kit.
Except for the number
Except
of
for
dyes.
the number of dyes. Yeah. Oh, you need to put gloves on.
What, it's gonna get all over
Well,
my
they
hand?
recommend we wear gloves
How bad?
already. Yeah. Well, dye tends to
And that's
be
just handling the outside
very,
of the bottle.
very staining.
Handling the outside of the bottle with
Seven.
nothing
Do
leaking.
you want to do it?
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
Yeah, when I used to do my roses, my hands used to.
Oh yeah, you used to dye the
The
cord.
cord.
Oh, you see? Another thing.
huh. What
I used to
airplane?
think that was really cool. So, you know, I come from a family of artists. They might not always think of themselves as artists, but making jewelry, dyeing
When
fabric,
you think about things like that, I guess that is art.
sewing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all art.
Because it might just be different medium.
That's right.
I build models.
Yeah, that's right. All different forms of art.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All
where
right.
are we at?
So,
Because he's gonna call me back. in
This
a minute.
little kit, the multicolor pretty color kit, it doesn't come with a lot of instructions. I already read the main instructions to them online. Now there are inspiration, project ideas, and step-by-step instructions on createbasics.com. And you guys know I have mixed feelings about that, because I feel like the very basic step-by-step should be included in the kit, because you might be doing this kit
Yeah.
when you don't
Yeah.
have any, when the internet's down.
Yeah.
You know? Or your family may have decided to have an internet-free weekend and you're doing this kit. So I like it when
What's
they
an
include it.
internet-free weekend?
Where they turn all the internet
Yeah,
off.
where
There's no
in
computer.
order to spend
I
in the
know.
moment time with each other, you turn
Well,
off the
build a
internet.
model, or, you know,
Or do a tie-dye kit.
Yeah.
or-
Okay,
or,
so
or play your kid, play with
they
your kids'
have-
Legos.
3 different things on here. They have the swirl, the crumple, and the bullseye. And I don't 100% remember off the top of my head how to do these things. So I guess we're going to have to go to the website. So
The back of the box, the big box, showed that you can twist it and you put your
Yeah.
rubber bands on first, and then you fill the bottles with water.
I see.
Yeah, with pictures.
and then,
it
okay,
shows.
that's good.
Then it
That's
shows
good.
you using the squirt bottle to squirt different areas.
Yeah,
Like that.
works. Joseph, do we have any empty spray bottles? Like not the teeny ones?
Oh, so you get that
one
spatter
you would
look.
Put, like,
Yeah.
Windex in?
Not with Windex, but but yeah, like you would put Windex.
I don't believe so.
They're all used. I bought some because I was thinking we could also spray some of the dye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
can
would
spray
be
on
cool.
top of other colors too and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Joseph, you looking? Thank you.
Except you'd have to have a spray for each one of
Yeah.
them.
Well, if we even have one, at least it lets us test the technique.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
these teeny tiny spray bottles,
Yeah.
but they're so small that
Well,
I
you
don't
just
think.
spray a little bit, and then but you can use more colors too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I could go get those. It's such a nice day to be outside.
Yeah, it is.
My hands are hot.
I know. These are sandwich style,
Yeah.
but they came free with the kit, so I appreciate that.
Even latex gloves. At the
That's
time.
true. These aren't latex; they're just plastic, so
Right.
you're not
Yeah.
going to have an
Food service
allergic
stuff.
reaction,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I mean, I use latex gloves sometimes with my models, and the bad thing about that is that your
Hi,
hands
baby.
so sweaty
Are
after.
you ready to
Yeah.
go in?
Yeah,
Are you
it
saying
does.
it's
It does
time
make
to
you
go?
sweat. Oh,
Well,
that's kind of big.
Yes.
What are these things?
Go on. Go in. We have a big one that we can try it a little later on.
Yeah,
Okay.
my hands getting out.
All right.
Also, something else that we could try is adding a little bit more water
That's what they said.
and seeing if it gives them more.
They also say you can do you can mix colors, but I don't have any spare bottles.
Right,
Otherwise,
yeah,
I would
right,
But we
right.
have a good array of colors.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
got
we do.
these
Several greens.
are
Look at all the
pastels,
greens.
and then we've got like a rainbow of colors. So that's pretty cool. And these clips, I thought we were gonna have to hang this up to dry, but we're not.
At
So
some point you
those
will,
will
though.
go. No, you can wash it in the washing machine. Anyway,
Once it's set, I guess.
what do y'all want to start with? You want to start with some handkerchiefs, maybe something little, and we can kind of play around.
How do we keep them? Because once we dye them,
I'm gonna put them in
individual
the
bags?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Okay, let me
give me the scarf. I was kind of curious
You
about.
want to do. And where did you get all of
I got all of that stuff at
Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart? Awesome.
In the craft section.
Yeah.
By the embroidery stuff, actually.
Okay.
Okay,
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half.
Jeff, come get a hanky.
Someone's
I
sneezing.
know. He just wanted to be up on the porch.
It's wet.
It's supposed to be wet, Dev. That way it's more receptive
And twist it.
to, okay, and
Also, if you
I guess
twist
I've
it,
got
yeah.
the big one. And we've got rubber bands.
And you have to do it tight with the rubber band.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
gonna
going to
seep
get
through.
into areas
I'm gonna
that
try
you don't.
this, like this.
Okay. Do it, man. How else do you figure out whether or not something works if you don't try it?
And you didn't do any kind of mordant or anything, right?
Any kind of what?
Mordant?
No, these did not suggest a dye. A mordant would be something that makes the dye set on the whatever you're doing. And a common mordant would be like alum, or it would be like salt.
Yeah.
This, I think, probably contains its own mordant. So you probably, I mean, it didn't call for one, and this is supposed to be an inclusive kit minus what you're dyeing.
Okay.
And it's a good thing we're outside on the grass, because we could just stand over the grass and dye.
This is what mine's gonna look
Well,
like.
the good thing about using a kit like this, as compared to just buying the bottles of dye,
Mm-hmm.
is that if you plan on doing something like this one time, then you got just
Yes.
enough.
I haven't done it. Like, I've done shibori, where you do the little tiny knots with fabric. But I've never gotten to do tie-dye. When I was in 6th grade, my class did tie-dye, and basically what that was we gave the teacher fabric. We brought t-shirts in, and she dyed it in a big pot, so it was all one color. We did that for field day, because our class theme that year was like the groovy 70s or something.
Yeah, that's not even correct. It's like the psychedelic.
We were a
60s.
bunch of 6th graders.
It's the psychedelic 60s.
I know. Well, the 70s, like that 70s show had just started airing.
Yeah.
So it was like on people's minds.
Well, which is so wrong because actually the 70s were disco.
That's true. It's true.
But not
And
until
Black
the latter
Sabbath.
Yeah.
part of the 70s.
So we've got lots to play with today, because remember, with these dyes, 24 hours and then they're dead. And I think we should have our plastic bags on the ready.
So wait, you have to use up all that dye that you blended?
Use it or discard it, but we have a lot of stuff to dye, so I feel like we're gonna get a pretty fair amount. Okay. So the back shows you just apply it in sections, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So these are pastel colors. This is like a sand,
Apply
a
dye to
sage.
fabric, yeah.
This is a light pink, and then these are our more
Oh, okay.
saturated colors.
God,
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it over the grass, and I'm gonna pick my colors first. Is that purple or dark blue?
shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
Is that a hot? Are you doing hot pink and purple? That'd be cool. Hot pink and green. I'm gonna do these colors here, and I'm gonna
yellow.
start from the center and just work my way out.
I'm just before like you.
That's fine. Actually, I'm gonna do not orange. I'll do this peachy. What's up?
Nothing. I just had a hard
You
time
got
taking
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need some paper towels. And please hold on to the caps so that we don't. Okay. So it says saturated. I'm saturating it over the grass.
Feather had to head out.
That's fine. Thank you for joining us, Feather. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
And then
Okay, I'm good, Billy.
pink, and this is why we're wearing the dye. Y'all see I'm being pretty careful. Oh, it's gonna get all over.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Joseph, would you mind getting some paper towels?
Huh? We just gonna have to miss out.
Where are y'all going?
We're gonna go have supper with Father.
Nowhere.
She didn't tell me. It's always a surprise.
Okay, these are the colors I'm working with right
So let's see what you've done so far.
now. I have gotten dye on.
So this is gonna be one of those things that's gonna be done with adult supervision.
Oh, for sure. And outside, probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Hi,
just
Mom.
squirting it on the grass.
Mom, look at mine.
Yeah, see that, Jeff?
I wouldn't work it too hard because you're going to end up with like no color variation. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Work it
it's
too
all
hard.
add too much color to one area.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
So what does he do now?
Get a
He leaves it in the rubber
ultra
band?
thin. Yes, he leaves it in the rubber. I think. What are the instructions there? I think you do leave it in the rubber band. I need it. Sorry.
Wrap in plastic that's set 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours and rinse.
Okay, so it's about setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just put it to the side for right now, please.
Are we gonna be able to get this off your table?
I don't care.
Okay.
I will.
I got some
So,
on my
but I mean,
shirt.
that would be something to take into
I
consideration.
got some on this shirt. Do you got anything I can wear over it, like an apron?
No, we're about to dye the aprons.
You can wear one.
Okay.
No, they're all wet.
So.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't like wet stuff. Remember, he's the one that takes his
Oh,
clothes
you
off.
took my color. Okay.
Give
It's just like
now.
doing snowballs.
It is.
Give me another.
We'll go get one out of the pile or get one of the shirts. Just make sure it's your shirt.
Yeah, I think the spray bottle would be interesting.
Here, just hand me
Because you
that.
could just kind of,
Spritz it. Yeah.
here's the top. But you definitely want to think about what you do this on, because if it's on something that it does matter whether or not
Mm-hmm.
you get this dye on it. Because as soon as you take the cap off, it kind of splurts out.
Yeah.
Now this stays one to a plastic bag?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because you don't want the
And what kind of apron is
objects
this?
to,
What? It's a cooking or a work apron. Are you gonna dye it?
it's like a cooking apron, or it could be like a craft apron.
Yeah.
It's just something you don't want to get stuff on your clothes. Whether it's paint or...
Hey, Deb, is that really an appropriate song
I'm not
for
seeing
right
it
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay
I have to keep bending down to make sure I don't get dye on my thing. But this is what I got so far.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be
That's
like
gonna be
mine.
And here is my
There are some colors that are very vivid. This pastel green is not
plastic bag. So I've baganated it.
baganated.
That's a technical term. I'm an artist. I would know.
I just know that all these different terms have
Becca,
come
are
out
you doing things that are OSHA
since
approved?
since
I don't know
COVID.
if
Like,
this is OSHA
like-
approved.
like Paul and I got tipped today.
What's tip?
Temped. Where you stand in front of the screen and it tells you what
Oh,
you're doing.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And they decide if you're sick or not.
How
You go
can
into
you,
the hospital.
well, these things are being eaten up.
How so? Like they're breaking? Oh. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, you have to do
Here's
that.
another pair. Okay, so that's something else to keep in mind is if you have nicer gloves, you might want to use the nicer gloves. All right, so I'm going to do one of our pre-cut masks, and it got
Pre-cut.
kind of chewed up in the
Kids,
wash.
hey kids,
Did they?
pre-cut is a
See?
copyrighted term for
Okay.
Becca LLC.
Oh, yeah, Devin getting on the branding for me.
Devin, can you grab that plastic? That's
Okay.
And I'm going to do it kind of shibori style where I'm going to do lots of little areas. Rather,
like dots. Or
yeah,
something?
like dots.
Okay,
Well,
Devin,
big
can you
dots,
hand me a bag,
but
please?
like dots.
Becca Nanasuit Studios LLC.
That's right. You know what LLC means? Limited liability. And that means if
A kid
somebody
blows up
takes...
because he's making tie-dye
Lots
and
and lots
blows
and lots of comics.
Huh?
So I thought it said
Lots
lots
of LLC. Lots comics.
I'm gonna go
Yep.
around this way.
You got it.
You got one finished
So
on?
Yeah.
if those kids blow up while trying to do your what?
Bags are over here.
While trying to do your tie-dye, you won't get kind of liable for it.
That's right. Please don't blow yourself up while doing tie-dye.
Oh, I already got some on my shirt.
See, Mom blew herself up.
Well, I hope you were wearing a shirt you wouldn't mind. Do you know where the rubber bands are?
Didn't think about that.
You're like, oh, you
No, more.
want it out?
I looked in the little organizer and I couldn't find them.
I mean, I can
I know I have some because I
live
bought
with
some.
one dot.
You might
I might be able
tie-dye
to
the whole shirt.
Spray and wash. This is, I don't know if this is cotton.
Mixed fibers.
Okay, what else do we have?
Oh, well, there's more in the bag. I left them in the bag so they would stay wet.
How do I know which one is my t-shirt?
Can you make sure Bobby doesn't
If
run off?
you and me both
Oh,
have
yeah.
Gildan
He's on the board.
t-shirts. He's melted.
Now if you see him.
I'll kind of watch him.
Did you do a,
I
apron?
think Devin's doing an apron.
Man, we got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna run out of juice.
No, I don't.
You don't
I think
so?
we'll come close, which is good. Because basically you have to use these within 24 hours.
What?
Oh man, these gloves
The
tear.
dye.
Yeah, the
Wait
dye.
a minute, my thing.
What? Okay. Well,
Okay.
you don't know what it's gonna look like until you.
Well, that kind of makes it fun, though, if you don't know what it's going to look
Yeah.
like. I mean, you know what you want it to look like, but it
Is
doesn't
it
mean it's going to look like that.
Who knows?
Be like
I
surprise.
think Bo is
No, he's just melted.
melded with the
Yeah.
furniture.
That's him. He often wants to just be outside.
With
in
everybody
the
else.
sun.
Give me a hanky wanky.
We'll go get a handkerchief. Okay, so this thing is a little porcupine.
You'd be more willing to
okay.
use a
All that I'm
handkerchief
aware of.
if it was tie-dye, Devin?
Well, he might be more.
Becca,
Yes, sir. Oh, thank you. That'll help.
I demand you
Yeah,
get
especially
me.
that wide one, because that's going to leave a wide white space, hopefully, if it's tight enough.
I demand you. Is this your phone?
Yes.
Oh, be careful because you're getting dye on
Yours
it.
is a Fruit of the Loom.
So,
I'm gonna do this.
wash
one.
your hands off.
Maybe she doesn't want you to.
Yeah.
Aunt Paula, is that gonna do this one for you?
No, I can do it. Thank you.
Okay.
That was gonna be my Otis.
Yours is Fruit of the Loom.
What's this?
I don't know, look at the tag.
Hey.
Hey, that's her other one. These are already getting dyes on them.
I know. I told him to rinse his hands with
Or
like
wiping
wipe
the
them
grass,
off
please.
on the paper towel.
What is that?
I'm just
Gildan?
kind of.
That's
That's
mine or
one of
Becca's.
ours,
Here,
yeah.
Becca.
Don't hand it to me. My hands are terrible. Okay.
Terrible.
All right, that's a mask fabric, so
Oh,
I'm gonna wrap that
man.
up.
Yeah, Fruit of the Loom. Yeah, Fruit of the Worm.
That's yours.
Give me my Fruit of the Worm.
And in between doing projects, I highly recommend you just wipe your hands, even if you don't. think- Pardon, sir?
COVID-19 virus.
I need to put the caps back
I
on.
could try. I don't know if I would want to, but I could try. Is it
What?
made of natural fibers?
No, I mean,
color
like
is
the,
this?
you've seen what they look like. It's
I
on,
know.
like, every
Ah.
article and TV program.
Want
ever.
to do an apron because I am always getting food on myself when I'm cooking.
That's what she said.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, what color is this, Dad?
That's pink. I don't know why I'm doing pink. I've already accepted
Why not?
it.
Men wear pink. Joseph wears pink.
Devin's got a pink shirt, believe it or not.
The only pink shirt.
So what's wrong with pink? It's a good color. You know, pink used to be for boys and blue used to be for girls.
No kidding.
Yep.
Victorian.
Because
time.
no, early 20th century. Because 21st century. Sorry, that always confuses me. Because red was seen as a strong, vigorous, passionate color, and pink is like baby red. So this is easy if you want to. I think if you want to do multicolored tie-dye effects, this is easier than buckets, which is what we did when I was younger. Where dye buckets.
Well, but
You
that's
know what
not.
I'm
But in
doing? I
those
made up
days,
a new, I made
you
up a
had to
new
make-
technique. See,
you may
Joseph?
had to use a batch of dye.
Yeah.
You couldn't just take a part of a pack of RIT because you wouldn't get the measurement right. So you had to make
The whole thing.
Yeah,
But that,
that
would
was a
keep,
problem
right?
when I, yeah, if you stored it in there, in a
Airtight.
airtight container.
Yeah, these won't keep.
Are these like vegetable dyes or something?
Don't know. You know, normally I know this because normally that's part of the channel is knowing where
Okay,
what
I
stuff's
need-
coming from. You
Kids,
can.
bag.
Kids, another Becca LLC is knowing is half the battle. Oh wait, that's G.I. Joe.
Do do do. They were not particularly forthcoming with
Did
what
you
colors.
know?
No, this kit wasn't particularly forthcoming with where their dyes are derived from. I would assume they're all synthetic because they are very brightly colored. Even the pastels are kind of bright.
Look at this one, Mom.
And natural dyes tend to be more muted, more grayish.
See, Joseph, look how this Otis flatter. See, Beck?
Yeah, that could come out really cool.
I just shook it.
Okay.
I did mine differently too. I didn't do a round it. I did down side. Okay.
Maybe I'm an artist and I don't know it.
Well, you were
Well, your
in
feet
town
definitely
today.
show it. But they're not long fellows.
You my mighty battle roar.
Okay, running out of rubber bands.
Maybe.
Super
Joseph grabbed us a few more, but they may
I
not.
could have gotten some at Dollar Tree.
I don't know. Well, I have rubber bands. There's no point in if we got the materials. There's no point in buying a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the rubber bands have been something that you could use for other things.
But we have some.
Where?
I don't know. Now I twisted this and made kind of a donut. So I'm trying to
Ah.
saturate or get both sides.
Yeah. And I think the last time I was just thinking, because I folded mine like an accordion on my t-shirt.
Ooh, yeah. That'll be
So
cool.
that's going to be part of it too, is how you bring your material together. It's not just twisted. It could be
Twisted
folded
T-O.
differently or-
Hit that biggie with that twisted T.
Devin, where do you get all this from? Like, you just regurgitate TV.
Uh,
Who needs cable when you've got Devin?
if it only been that easy, memorizing and learning all that fire department stuff. They can watch cartoons and other stuff.
I mean, that's why I said YouTube might be a good way for
This
Devin.
is something you could do with one.
Only if
one-
he's interested.
This is something I did with one rubber band.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not a yellow person,
I'm
but
not
this one.
What is this
What's
pink?
up, Mom?
I have the slight, it's
Oh,
that,
it should be that color.
Okay.
And I've been diaper genieing them up as I go along.
Wow, Becca.
No, it is like diaper genie because you're putting them in the bags.
No, but just the imagery is so sublime.
Oh, it's your favorite, huh? Okay, I gotta be careful. I got pink on my hands, so I don't want to ruin other people's stuff. So I'm gonna wipe my hands off good. You having trouble?
yeah.
Here, what I do is I get my nail under the cap.
Okay, thank you.
As Bob Ross said, there's no,
Is this your direct? Is this a direct quote from Bob Ross, Devin?
no. If you make a mistake, you may just make it into a little bird
This is
or...
a Gildan medium shirt. I think that one's mom's.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, then yours. I'm
Oh,
doing
you're
yours.
doing mine. Oh, we're gonna do shirts for each other.
All right.
Hey, give me one of y'all's shirts.
No.
Are you guys showing? I mean, I know you can't show them on Ravel necessarily, but are you showing the shirts to the camera after you?
I am, yeah. Trying to.
Knowing
Okay,
is
I
half
think
the
I'm gonna
battle,
have to
kids.
Tabori this.
And what
I'm
does that
done.
mean? Spray it?
No, that means using your finished
Oh.
finish.
I'll talk with y'all.
Well, don't block
Yes,
the camera.
kids.
Oh, well, there people are coming home from school now.
I'm sorry.
And of course thinks that's funny.
That's usually Guthrie. Good guy.
Well,
I said it's usually Devin who is on the other side of that conversation.
Well, Mom, that's interesting.
Well, we'll see.
How about this? How about the day
Maybe
we check
I'll
them?
use it on the next stream.
Yeah, next stream we're gonna all wear our shirts.
Oh, Devin invited himself. Well, if the weather's this nice, we can do
Wood burning.
wood burning. I've got lots of materials for wood burning.
Bag.
Hmm?
Bag.
Bag. They're over there.
Burn.
Bag.
Sound like my girl. Sound like what's her name from
I could do
Nailed
different
It?
shades of green.
Ooh,
Sound like
that is
Nicole from Nailed It.
colorful.
Like
Burn.
Comic color, yeah.
It's like
Oh, that's
a
pretty.
unicorn
That's a Easter
threw up.
egg.
Mom, it looks like a unicorn threw up on your shirt.
But there's no glitter. Huh. Okay.
It is hard to tie tight knots with these food service gloves on.
Just imagine you're giving a terrible lunch to some poor
Some
kid,
lucky kid.
and you're slopping
I guess it
the
would have helped.
spinach
Speaking
that just came
of, paper
from the
towels.
baseball field that the kid.
Yeah, they're over there.
Mom, tell us the reason why spinach they serve spinach at schools when they cut the grass.
Y'all.
It's just a coincidence. Because I tell you what,
I
that
think
spinach
it's to get the kids riled up.
either never tasted as good as cut grass, or sometimes it was way better. So
You
it
know,
was
I
like,
wish I could tell you I don't know what cut grass tastes like, but that would be a lie.
it smells like
I
cornflour.
have actually tried cut grass as a kid, like a little kid, because I was like, oh, it smells so good.
And you've also eaten the light
Okay, you
bulb.
did the mask?
I did one of the mask
Oh, you're
fabrics.
getting spots on it.
Yeah, every
I might have to
side.
go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Because
my
Devin
shirt.
hasn't been washing
has
his
spots
wiping his
on it.
hands in between grabbing stuff.
Hey, it's not,
No, that's what the paper towels are for, is to to wipe your hands
that's
off.
called cross contamination.
Exactly.
That's another definite LLC term.
Hey, how is your project coming? Your YouTube project coming?
I'm doing some research.
Can you get that bag
One
done?
of the,
No more rubber bands?
one of the places I was
We're
thinking
out.
about going maybe
So
on
we're gonna have to
Halloween
Tamori it.
is the cattle graveyard.
Well, Devin can make
in Houma.
himself useful by cutting the string. Can
I
you
was
do that?
also thinking you could go down to
Cut the string?
down to
Scissors?
what's it called? The mouth of the river.
No, I don't need that big.
You could wrap it too, because that's a
Wrap
chivalry
it up.
technique.
What?
Like, like you're trussing a chicken. I'll show you in a
How do you
second.
know
Like
about
this.
that?
I cook sometimes.
No.
I mean,
You
I do.
qualify
I
it.
cook.
Oh,
She
Mom.
said sometimes. She didn't say
Mom,
all the
that
time.
burned.
What? She
Why
said
would that burn
sometimes.
you?
She
She,
said
I
that
laughed
burned.
because she
It's
said I
true.
cook sometimes.
I said I come home from your house and I said, oh, Becca fixed such good food. She's like, Becca cooks?
I didn't say that.
That's fine. I mean,
Why do you lie
I
about
like
that?
to eat more than I like to cook.
Becca, we can't see you on camera. Over
Oh,
there.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. Do I need to move?
Yeah, you're completely off.
Okay,
You're
well,
not
I
gonna do
will-
the
She's
poll.
just
I'm
disembodied
sitting
voice.
off to the side, tying knots with twine. I will move over to show you guys what I've done in a second.
I am also
What?
guilty of not cooking.
No, you don't cook at all.
No, he doesn't. And he'll say, would you show me how to make such and such? And I
do
do.
know how to grill
And he
meat
never,
steak.
and I mean, it's like, you know, you want to have it, you can be the
Yeah,
one to cook it.
That's why I
I do
learned how to
know-
cook is because my tastes are fancier than my budget.
No, what if you tied two shirts together and you did it like that?
Trying to human centipede shirts.
Or Katamari.
Ta-da!
Oh.
Try
Tie
that, Mom.
it tight. The point is to keep the fabric
Right,
to
right,
create
in some
resist
areas.
areas.
If she shirts and you do it on her shirts, you have to tie them together and then do them. So they match.
She's already doing it.
I've already,
She already did it. I'm doing hers.
It'd be like a friendship shirt.
Twins are like, I'm stupid and I'm with stupid, that kind of shirt. You know?
Or Dumb and Dumber.
So you could tie your glove inside.
Oh, their pants pocket.
Okay, let's do something interesting. Let's
Or y'all can have like 2 gloves tied together like this.
Devin, you're the
Yeah.
one who decided you were done. We still have stuff to dye.
Hey, Becky, you got a life to live.
Devin decides
And
he's
so your
finished with the
point-
project, so he's
She
gonna
said
sabotage it.
She said we got stuff to dye.
Devin.
Okay, I gotta go.
Bye.
I'll be back.
Bye.
There you go. Good attitude.
Up his belly, Devin.
Huh?
Up his belly. Gently.
Full belly.
Yeah.
Soft tummy rubs.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I might let this sit overnight and then rinse them out
We're doing it.
outside tomorrow.
Yeah, because unless you got a big wash tub,
I'm gonna let that.
it might be kind of tough. Let's see. Shades
What kind of work is
of-
this?
We got 2 blues, right?
No, we got this is a blue, that's a
2
blue.
blues. 2
Huh.
blues.
We got the-
So you got orange, peach, pink, red. Maybe it'll be shades of red.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So we'll see if this works.
knowing is half the
I
battle.
made this terrible Katamari voodoo doll thing.
Who, me? That thing looks like a geoduck. You know what a geoduck is, right?
Harry Delgado says hello.
Oh, hey Terry, it's been a while. How have you been holding up?
Like cherry snowball.
Yeah.
It's a clam. A giant arm that runs out. I mean, it's like, there's a shell. Yeah,
But it doesn't look like it fits in that
it's
shell.
to Japanese, so it's mostly guitar.
I don't eat everything. They just eat some things that you consider exotic.
They eat most things.
I mean, they probably don't eat Rocky Mountain oysters.
What do they do?
Okay, we got
Better than
blues
much as our
going.
things.
Maybe get a little yellow up in here.
Where's Tony go?
Okay, have a bag.
No more bags?
There are a million bags inside. Devin, would you go get us some ultra thin plastic bags from the kitchen?
On the outside of the cabinet, they're sticking out
Yeah,
on the
with
wire.
these little things like a man. Get a great big bag, down a little bitty thing.
Supposed to be different.
I'll take it. Where's
Oh,
the
that's
big bag?
colorful. Yeah?
Is that my shirt? Oh, I don't like that color yellow.
But it's pretty with
I guess
the
I'm
blue.
gonna get
See,
stuck
it's
like
green.
you are. Huh?
It's pretty with the blues because
Yeah,
it turns
yeah.
green.
Yep.
Waiting on bags, waiting on bags, bag, bag,
Yeah, I
bag.
was saying the bags how long? Like 4 hours or something?
6 to 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna let them sit overnight because
Yeah.
they said the longer you let them sit, the more intense the colors are
There's
gonna
a
be.
bag right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
No, those are mine. Please.
Oh, okay.
Show it on
I'm
stream.
sorry.
It's okay. Huh?
Disappointing you're not able to show the results on stream.
I'm gonna record them in the vlog though. So if you're curious with how, and we're also probably gonna wear the shirts next week.
You probably couldn't leave them in the sun. They might be drying out.
They're wrapped up.
They're wrapped in bags. It can only,
So
the
they're just
moisture
getting
can only
hot.
go so
Here
many
you go.
places.
Sure.
Thank
Rubber
you.
bands.
That we don't have.
Okay, so what do you do?
Use twine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I've been
right.
doing.
That's right.
Might not turn out the same, but
I told him that it would leave at 4:30 to bring Devin back across the river so that.
and we're running through this.
Mhm.
Okay, I think what's left
So he said, just get here.
is
get there.
a polished shirt, a single handkerchief, possibly
Where's
more
your
masks.
shirt, right?
Yes. More, 2 more handkerchiefs and mask fabric, and then this big length of fabric. So I thought we had like a million
Well,
things
why
to
don't you
dye,
write down
but we're running
the
through it.
web address for this, and I will give him the web address. And that way, the seeing is
Oh,
more-
you mean the streams?
Yeah.
Well, then y'all really have to be good about language. Y'all have been good
For
about
sure.
language. Other than the first.
Well, that's when I spilled something, and that
But
was just a knee-jerk
It makes it
reaction.
easy because, like, sometimes my grandmother watches this stream or watches my channel.
But she said worse than that.
And I've never, I know, but you know what I mean? Like, I always try to keep it a certain level of, like,
I know.
safe for work. So, I also have a lot of friends with kids, and their kids watch my stuff. So, you know,
Well, I mean, I agree. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing with you.
it's hard because I got a mouth like a sailor.
Ah, you do.
So, I've been working on it a lot. Been saying sugar a lot lately.
Sugar.
Yeah, and fudge. You'd think I run a candy shop,
Hmm.
but
Well, that's something we could do sometimes too.
candy.
Yeah, that would
So
be
you can't
fun.
eat it.
We, I don't know. I'll do it. I just,
Like something simple like dipping
Yeah.
Oreos in chocolate.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody could
maybe.
do that.
I'll go to that
You
stream.
can't.
yeah, for
How
real.
generous.
So that's the problem is that we
Wait, but you
can't-
can also do chocolate, like dark chocolate orange slices.
Yeah, that would
So
be good.
there are healthy things, chocolate, dark chocolate nuts, things like that.
Yeah.
Pralines.
We could,
Yeah.
Not that Devin can do that, but
Pralines
pralines
have
are
to be done on
a Louisiana thing.
on marble, don't they?
yeah.
A cold slab, yeah. And people have said online that just using like a stainless steel cookie sheet that you put in the freezer doesn't stay cold long
No.
enough for it to set up.
It'll have to be like stone or something that
Yeah.
still looks like snowball syrup.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Okay. A handkerchief?
And also need to check our shoes because if we're dripping all this stuff
Oh,
on the
Devin's
ground
got it all over his feet.
and we're walking,
Confusing for it.
you got it on your shoes?
No,
No.
he thought he might by
Oh.
accident, so he's been barefoot.
Yes, we're gonna have to check the bottom of our shoes before.
My feet look like a clown.
Truly a
Need more
Louisiana.
bags. Did we find some?
Yeah,
more?
yeah. Devin got some.
It's probably gonna stay that way for like a week.
See, Mom?
What?
My feet look like I got sneezed on by a clown.
Oh, yeah.
This was fun though. And it wasn't, if you do it outside, it's not crazy messy.
Right. But
It's-
just like I said, check your feet
It's,
before
art-
you go
it's
inside.
artistic, but it doesn't require like fine hand-eye coordination.
Oh, definitely not.
No, because
Or-
there's no way to do it specifically.
I mean, you'll make yourself sad.
You don't even know what it looks like. I mean,
Terry said same old, lots of working.
Yeah, Terry's a nurse.
And Paulo said potty mouth Becca is real, smiley face.
What?
Potty mouth Becca is
Yeah.
real, smiley face.
Yeah,
potty mouth deck as well.
real.
It's
True. It's true. Well, you know, I'm a small woman and I got a lot of frustration. And whining is just anger coming out of a
She's
small
been like
hole.
that since the day she was born.
Right. Came out angry.
Once she learned how to talk, there was no shutting her up. That was. There
She
was
had a
no,
mouth
there was
like
no
a sailor.
There's several pictures of you at Nana's property,
Oh, you sent it right in front of your back.
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Or in our old backyard.
Yeah.
And your mouth is just a go.
Open, yeah.
Yeah.
So either you're
She
singing
spent like
or
a
you're
week.
talking.
Yeah, she spent like a week on words, and the rest of the time was sentences. But
There
we
is
love her anyway.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
My
she
family
is
so
who she
generous.
is. She's unique, and there'll never be another one like her.
Well, until I have a kid.
And then they'll be like them. They will
I know,
be
but
themselves.
with my luck, it really would be like 2.0.
That would serve you right, huh?
I think I'd have fun.
Get a taste.
I think I'd have fun.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Because look, I don't even have kids and we're already doing these kind of fun, messy activities.
Yeah.
You just do it outside and
Hose them down after.
hose them down after, yeah. Don't be precious, like, you
If
know.
they get it all over their faces, I mean, they're going to be going
like
to church.
Devin's feet.
They'll be going to church for a while, looking like they've been
No.
It's like
But
on
they had a-
berries or
Had a
something.
good time, made some good memories, and that's really what's most important.
Yeah, yeah, because all this stuff eventually
Comes,
wears off and
washes
goes
off,
away.
yeah.
And childhood is only for so long.
Yeah,
Well, here's some more masks, I guess.
That's the big fabric.
No, this is a small.
Oh, yeah, we have 2 small mask
Now, I
blanks.
did one mask.
I did one.
Okay.
well, the dye went through one of my gloves.
All the way?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I have a.
Oh, it's on. Yep.
I mean, it'll wear off.
Eventually.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, when I work with like phthalo-based colors, they are super staining, and that's like a bright blue. Like and it doesn't look like berries; it looks like teal blue. And it'll be, it is pretty all over your hands, and it's there for a week because it's not gonna go anywhere. So would dye again?
Huh? We'll do it again?
Would dye again?
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's all kinds of possibilities once this weather stays spring.
I do want to try natural dyeing at some point, but that's going to require a lot of
Yeah, it's
prep.
like steeping, isn't it? Steeping.
Yeah.
I think you probably should use this table to do the dyeing on because it's already stained.
Oh, all these tables are kind of stained.
Oh, okay.
You know, this stuff might come off
I always,
anyway.
but it doesn't matter because when I use these for shows, I put a tablecloth over.
Yeah.
I never use them other than for
We
stuff like
started to
this.
sound alike. That's not good. We both said yeah
Oh,
at
y'all
the
are-
same time.
Y'all are sisters.
Becca and I do that too.
Sisters.
This is not good.
I'm
That
gonna
means
sleep this one.
We're spending too much time together.
I guess this was here.
Yeah. Who can tell? They're not.
It
This
doesn't-
looks like this is orange.
Okay,
Um,
That could be red.
but
I'm not.
this
Don't
goes
worry
with
about
this
it because
one.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's a lighter one.
I'm not
Not your
keeping
sleeve.
these because you can't for longer than 24 hours anyway.
I wonder why is that?
They probably call out a solution real quick.
Dark sense of humor can be dementia warning sign.
What?
Dark sense of humor.
Oh. Well, maybe I'm gonna end up getting dementia then.
You know, 2-3 years ago, I used to turn my nose up at
Oh.
stuff like that, like this.
Those are
And I don't even know. I don't know. I was being a brat, to be frank. Like it wasn't even a good reason, but it's a lot of fun. I think because it
I mean,
wasn't.
what was
art,
your
it wasn't
rationale in
arty
those
enough.
days?
You know, it wasn't comics. It wasn't art enough. But like, it doesn't matter. It's fun. Out in the sunshine, working with
Yeah.
color, making things, which is one of the things that is important to me when it comes to art. Is other than comics, I like making functional art.
No more bags, huh?
No, we have bags with at least 2. This is something that's accessible to way more people than drawing, you know? You could do this with kids of almost even a 3-year-old as long as you kind of corral them a bit.
Yeah.
You could
don't
do
let
it
them
with a
squirt
real
it
young
all
one.
over the place.
Yeah, they can hold and you, they pick the colors and they hold and you apply.
or y'all do it together.
Yeah.
I'm about worn out.
What?
It was like a frenzy there for a while. Like a dying frenzy.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I pleated this one and then I
Oh, that's
tied it
it's
up.
such a good color too.
in
Such a strong
lots
color.
of knots. So we'll see.
What was that, a mask?
What
4
time is
o'clock.
it? 4 o'clock. Oh,
Is it? I still got 3:49.
and now we have one last thing to do, which is the biggin. Joseph, you want to help with the biggin?
Not necessarily. I just reported Bo eating a lizard
He ate a lizard.
Yeah, it was dead. So.
Oh no, he's gonna be sick.
Why you
I
say
figured
that?
He wants to eat it.
You
Our cats
reported
used to eat them all the
him
time.
eating a lizard?
Come on now.
Okay. I mean, it was dead, so he's just recycling. Good job, Bowie.
Hey, he's being a cat.
I don't. Yeah, as long. I mean, he's a cat, and cats do that.
Yeah, he's being true to himself. True to his
In
nature.
general,
Upcycling.
I rescue lizards from Bowie. I don't let him kill them or torture them.
Y'all don't have like 1,000,000 lizards?
We do, but anyway, we're gonna do this big one, right? What do you want to do with this?
You know the
Wipe your hands. Let's do this a two-person.
I don't know, my hands are not really
I've been wiping them every
I
time
had a paper
anyway.
towel over here.
show that
Like we could twist it together. So you take one end, or we should probably stand back where the camera can see. Okay. Take one in. I'll hold the other.
Hold it in half.
Hold it in half. And then
Tweeze.
twist.
And then you want to put it in half and twist it in half.
I get like a cinnamon. I know these gloves are definitely free gloves. They are useful for the time. I would not.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just they
Definitely
sometimes get,
busted through two pairs.
they just kind of get in the way. I guess the wrong.
No,
Yeah.
that works. And Aunt Paula busted through one, and they've been catching it everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything I
If you tie it in a knot, if you tie it in a knot, not get it
You played
no.
Sure.
Well,
Right.
a rubber band for the end would be.
west of Logan.
Well, one thing that I noticed is that it would be a whole lot easier with two hands with the string.
Yes, because you need some
Because
resistance.
you need somebody to put their finger on the knot.
So you play
So
ball
that it
and
stays
Vegas,
tight.
go out west and go to town and
Yeah.
Vincent, and find after it's been burned,
Especially
and
if you
find
try not to
Jordan
get the
Blue
gloves
and
into
burn
the-
that house.
Into the knot.
And then I'm gonna wrap it.
No, that's what-
Oh, okay.
Okay, you remember the original Star Wars movies with Luke?
But I'm just
how
doing it
he
however.
went to
Yeah.
his family's house,
That's
and
interesting.
fire struck Tatooine,
I guess that's the artist.
That's what Joseph and I took a shibori dyeing class. That was a little disappointing because he didn't actually use. So shibori is typically done with indigo, like
Yeah.
indigo wool.
Yeah, indigo wool.
And
Indigo, the
we,
plant.
we did it with like a bunch of different colors, and he'd already mixed up the dyes, and I really wanted to do it so I could learn about the dyes. Okay. What colors? This is gonna make many somethings. Like
Do you want it to
pencil
look
pouches.
cool, or do you want it to look not cool? I mean, not
You mean
cool,
cool
like,
tones or?
yeah, cool tones or like hot tones. What do you want?
Up to you. What do you feel like?
I like cool. I always
Okay, let's
lean
do
toward
cool. Pick some cool colors, but I want to do like a pop of a contrast color.
Okay,
so pick, like,
this
three
is kind of
cool-
cool. This is cool.
So that is not how audio works.
That's
This has got a lot of yellow in
indigo.
it.
That's a sage green. That's a blue green.
It's already prepared.
That's purple. Okay, and then for the contrast color,
say
maybe
yellow.
hot pink and orange.
Okay.
I don't know. This is an orange.
One of them's a red. Like a red. Okay.
No, that's
this
red.
is the red. This is the red.
That's red.
Okay.
This is a pink, but I think orange would be good.
I
Okay,
think there's several pinks because there's several pink tabs.
so you want to squirt and all. Wow. You want to apply the
Which one first?
do the cool colors.
And how do you want me to do it? You
Huh?
want me to,
Ema says
Oh, hey,
that-
Hema.
you want me to saturate it or just kind of?
Just kind of squirt it and I'll twist it. Try not to get it on my hands because it will end up getting all over it. Okay, switch colors.
You were playing that stage, and you wear the sheet sometimes.
Do we want to do green with a pink like that? It's up to you, but an indigo might go better.
I'll give you the paper towel.
I really feel like I'm making snow cones.
I
When I get it all over my hands, it's like,
I
oh,
know. Look at the
it's like
colors.
snow cones.
Okay.
Don't
Gonna turn
don't
it
drink.
over?
Look how pretty. Look how pretty the I mean, we could leave it like this because it creates a really nice
Yeah, it
purple
makes it purple.
with the pink and the blue.
Okay. Well, if you want. A little bit more in the
Yeah,
end.
and then a little bit of orange, just like a little bitty bit. I mean, what it's gonna do, I think, is just leave the interior uncolored, which might not be so great,
Turn it
but
over.
we're learning how to do this. We're new to this, so you know, the only way you can really learn is by experimenting.
Okay. Anywhere else?
Yeah,
Right
a little bit there, and then a little in the middle there. All right, that's cool. All right, and that's our last bag. Ooh, this is full of paint. Joseph, can you go and get me one more plastic bag? Because the plastic bag we have left got ink on it. You
It's
could
a
probably
garbage
use
bag.
clips. You could probably
Yeah,
use.
but
Look at my
it's-
cat. He is so flat. He ate a lizard and now he's done for
I know,
the day.
he's full.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he
Got
has stomach
hamburger, a
issues.
little bit of hamburger, and a lizard.
Yeah,
That's
Meal,
cat diet for you.
meal
he
champion.
says.
Meal of champions, indeed.
What happened to
Scrounge.
y'all's bird feeder?
It got moldy all up in the inside because none of the birds wanted the thistle seeds.
Really?
Yeah. And there's jays and crows and
Yeah.
squirrels and little finches. Like there's
Well,
all
that's the
kinds
thing
of
about,
birds.
especially down here, as much as it rains, you have to, it will get dampness up in there,
Yeah.
and then it turns
Wanna eat
almost
food, Mom?
alcohol.
Yeah, give me the Asian food, Mark. Thank you. Okay.
And then you can wipe your hand on this.
Oh, I'm gonna take the gloves off.
Becca captures all of hers segregated.
Hmm?
I wonder what that means.
Huh.
Oh, I was just tossing them all there so I could keep them. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna have to rinse them out and undo them all.
Hey, Dad,
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to empty all these anyway, right? I don't even know why I'm putting
have you ever
that.
watched
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could.
Probably take the cap off.
Theoretically, I could save those bottles for another art
I would,
project.
if you can get the color out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
fully hand-driven?
it is time to clean up. That took about an hour. What's left to do is I have to let these sit for 6 to 8 hours so the colors can really soak in. I think I'm going to leave them overnight and then rinse them out outside under one of the spigots. And then you're supposed to wash them, but separately from other stuff so the dye doesn't
But
transfer.
they can all be next to each other when
I
you wash
don't
them, or
know.
you have to wash them separately.
I don't know.
That's what I would be
I
concerned about.
don't
Becca
even.
doesn't sound
If I had a color catcher, I would
That
just
might
try
help, but I
it.
don't know even a color catcher could
Yeah.
catch that much color.
So we took a look at 2 different kits today. We took a look at the Create Basics tie-dye kit. It creates up to 20 projects. I would say you can probably get more than 20 out of this because
And then the other
we
one
still have a
is-
lot of some colors. And the other kit is from Five Below. It's a
called #BU color dye.
tie-dye kit.
Yeah.
And they had 3 different kits. This was the Desert Bloom, but they had 2 other colors. So it was probably a little bit less than the Walmart kit if I bought the 3 of these for a comparable amount of color.
Yeah.
But I'm not dissatisfied with either so far. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to know until until the shirts are
We
done.
also both had supply of rubber bands.
Yes,
gloves.
gloves. I think they're made by the same manufacturer,
Yeah.
frankly.
And the only thing we had to add was water.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we did add in some twine and some rubber bands because we ran out.
Right, and also the bag.
But
We
I got
had to
this.
supply the
I
bag.
got this big old spool of twine, cute twine from Dollar Tree. So you know, it wasn't. Oh, and I wrapped it not in Saran wrap like they suggested, but in ultra thin plastic bags, just trying to recycle a little bit. You know, it just seemed like such a waste.
It would have been
of Saran
harder
wrap.
with the saran wrap though, because
Yeah.
you got this stuff all over your gloves.
Yeah,
And then
and
you're trying
you're
to fumble
messing
it
with
out.
Saran
It's hard
wrap.
enough with saran because it wants to stick to
Yeah.
itself.
So what I'm gonna do off camera is I'm gonna go ahead and dump these off to the side. Since this is a product made for kids, I assume it's non-toxic dyes. Well,
Oh, yeah.
they would have to
I don't know.
disclose it.
Yeah.
Especially in something aimed at children, they have to disclose it.
Yeah.
Rather than like dumping it through the pipes or something, I'll just dump it outside. And I'm gonna try to salvage these bottles for another craft project. This was a lot of fun.
You know what you might do?
You
for
can
bottles?
dye all kinds of different things as long as they're made of natural fibers. It's not a very expensive thing. What I would recommend with
It's not gonna be
this,
as vibrant. though.
with this, is I would recommend you don't, if you're gonna do tie dye, because you can see we still have a lot left over, and this spoils after 24 hours, I would recommend making it a big project, you know? Like dyeing a bunch of things,
Yeah.
or getting a bunch of friends over if
Yeah.
you can, and all of y'all do one. Something
They all
like
wear
that.
garbage bag clothes.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, that's sauna suit from Five
There you
Below.
go. I was going to suggest that after you empty these out, if you want to see if you can use vinegar, like white vinegar
Yeah.
on it, that might
That
help
might.
take out any residual.
You know,
color.
vinegar juice is a mordant too. I was gonna try dish soap, but
See what happens.
even if all I can do is get the color to not move ever again,
Yeah.
that's fine too. I don't care if they look like they're brand new. I'm just trying to reuse them. So, and they do sell dye powders online, I think, like on Amazon and stuff. So you could, if you're really crafty, you could refill them yourself, but that is math that I'm not gonna do because then we're getting into ratios. These came with the dye powder in them, and you just filled them up to the neck and shook them, and your dye was ready to go. So I would say the more expensive kit was 20. I would say, but the other thing is you are bringing in t-shirts, cotton, fabric, like anything you want to dye, you're going to provide. But that kind of stuff is cheap too. You could buy several yards of fabric and cut it up.
I think the
and
most
dye it.
expensive thing that I bought was the 3 aprons.
Yeah.
They were like $9.97.
For 3 aprons.
But they're like a heavy,
Like
heavy
a
cotton.
canvas.
Almost, not quite canvas, but heavier
duck?
than, yeah, heavier than regular cotton
Yeah.
material. So that was the most expensive.
That's not
The
bad.
rest of it, like the kerchiefs, were like $1.97.
Yeah. And like I said, if
Real reasonable.
if you're a parent and you're doing this on a real tight budget, you can go buy several yards of just cotton and cut it into squares and have the kiddos dye that. Like, you can make it more affordable.
Make capes.
You could, oh, that would be cute.
That would be a square that they could just tie
Yeah,
on.
that would be
They make
cute.
capes.
Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for today's chill stream. I'm so glad the weather cooperated with us. This is a really beautiful day. Next Monday, if the weather is equally beautiful, we'll be doing the wood burning stream. See, I haven't forgotten. And that way we'll have plenty of ventilation and we don't have to worry about wearing the masks because we'll be out in the open air with all the breeze. So keep an eye on the channel for when that's going to go, because I think that's also going to be an earlier in the day stream so that we can take advantage of actually being outside. All right, guys, it was great seeing you. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.